So I'm here right now with Lord Mesa.
Hello.
We are here at Heroes and Villains Fan Fest in San Jose, the first ever one. Now, were you actually requested as a guest to come to this?
Yes, I actually received an email in the summer, right around SummerSlam. Steven emailed me, and at first part of it was he was asking if I could do some artwork for his Facebook page in preparation for his SummerSlam appearance. But then the second part of the email was that he asked if I'd be interested in being a guest here at the show. So I happily accepted.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's very awesome.
When like the star actually requests you. I believe that Fan Art Friday was like entirely started because of your artwork, so that everybody could get their word out there. But every week yours get like shown.
Oh, it's funny because when it even first started, I wasn't aware that it was Steven's page that was doing it. I would just see images pop up, and I thought it was just a general fan art, just like a hashtag fan art, and my stuff would pop up. And then when I realized that it was a weekly thing that Steven was doing, and then I would go to his page, and it was like I didn't even post a lot of these. It was other people that were posting it.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm like, why don't you give credit to Lord Mesa? He's the one that did this amazing artwork.
Yeah, I get that.
So, other than that, has being like the artist that does everything online open any doors to meet any of these celebrities?
Oh, being the official, unofficial.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're the unofficial, official podcast for Flash.
Open doors. Well, it definitely has allowed me the opportunity to meet a lot of the great actors and to like talk with a lot of the writers and producers behind the show. So in that sense, yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to have opportunity to do some artwork officially for the show and any of the other personalities that are involved with it.
Yeah. So I know your stuff with Flash, Arrow, Supergirl. You also do random other characters. That is awesome. Anytime you do a Jason Todd, I lose my mind. He's my favorite character.
Okay.
So any fun anecdotes, stories about meeting any actors? I think you told me that one with Danielle Panabaker yesterday. Do you want to share that?
Yes. Just the fact that the first time I actually met Danielle face-to-face was at Kamikaze last month. And it was funny. She came by the table, and I was really caught off guard because I wasn't expecting her to come by because their area was so far from where Artist Alley was that she would have to walk a great distance and be amidst a lot of people that normally, she's such a popular character that she would have normally got swamped. She would get swamped walking that distance. So when she showed up at my table, I was very keenly aware that we were on borrowed time and that people started realizing she was there in Artist Alley. So she would have to move really fast, or else there would be a huge crowd. So I had to move, and So the nerves kicked in, and I was trying to be cool and have some cool conversation and. Just, oh my gosh, I was talking about the most idiotic things. I talked about how she had injured herself and how it happened, and it wasn't until after she had left that I'm like, why am I trying to bring up some event where, she injured, she had to go to the emergency room and get treated. Like, who wants to think of that when they're at a comic book convention? So
yeah.
That was terrible.
I just had my photo op with her, and she loved my Reverse Flash shirt, which I wear this on the podcast whenever we do like events and stuff, so that
cool.
The other host, he wears a Flash shirt and I wear Reverse Flash. That way people can point us out and everything. I'm currently working on creating a Zoom shirt because Zoom is awesome in the show.
Yeah.
I start every I live tweet. You're from the West Coast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I start every live tweet on Tuesday nights with "Can I get a Zoom?" And I've been doing that since season 1. And,
nice.
Are you familiar with the online comic JL8?
Yes.
I have a screenshot from one of the comics where it's Flash just going, "Now we boogie," and that's why I start every Tuesday with is that.
Very cool.
Under the hashtag MTSBWY, for May the Speedforce be with you.
Very nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on the interview.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And have a great rest of Heroes and Villains.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hello and welcome to Speedforce, the Flash podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Hernandez.
And I'm your other host, Phil Maynard. Today we are doing episode 9 of season 2, The Flash,
running to a standstill. Mainly because when he ran to go confront the rogues, it was a standstill. He didn't have a choice. He was just stuck there. By the way, spoiler alert for the rest of this podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of spoilers in this one.
Yeah, because we're also going to talk about what happened in Arrow this week.
Was it so was this the mid-season finale for both shows?
Yes.
So it kind of it sucks and it's cool, but
the thing is it's not a long break like we've had before. Like, it's pretty much a month and a half is what we have.
That's not too bad. And figuring this month, there's so many different holidays going on.
Actually,
all that.
it's a month and a week.
There's New Year's coming up,
Christmas.
Hanukkah, Christmas.
Hanukkah's
whatever.
already happening right now.
It's already happening. Let's all give a yarmulke for the first day of Hanukkah.
I love Adam Sandler.
Oh, anyone out there?
I listen to all of those like every year.
If we have any Jewish listeners, I'm sure they enjoy that thoroughly.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, all the holidays.
All of our Felicity fans out there, we're sorry and happy Hanukkah.
But what was it? But I can kind of get it. All the holidays are going on, all that. It's like I could be busy with that and not die not knowing what happens in the Flash and Arrow. Well, from what I've heard, the Arrow,
Someone's dead.
Yeah, but anyways, we kind of got a virus. Well, someone did. Someone got hacked, but they emailed us.
Oh yeah. So who got hacked? I think it was Jason Ritter.
Yeah. I'll let Phil take this one because it's like he's got it.
Thanks. Let me get into character. Sorry. Hi, Flash lovers. It's me, the Trickster. I took over the Flash lovers email, aka Jason Ritter. So now I am running the show. Honestly, I think it's sad that you are a podcast for the Scarlet Gigster instead of doing a podcast for me, the Trickster. I am so good, Snot wishes he was me. I hope the Flash gets called for Christmas for ruining my Christmas fun. I was being good boy by handing out presents to all the good children of Central City until the Flash turned into the Grinch. I still can't believe that he helps those bonehead cops. But back to Snot. He doesn't deserve to be a captain. For being a turncoat, I would bump him down to Admiral. But anyways, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Speedforce Podcast. From your Uncle T.
So, the Trickster emailed us. Let's see here. It says, P.S. In all seriousness, what's it say there?
In all seriousness, if you can't tell, I really enjoyed last night's episode. And we all got Wally West and Weather Wizard, and we got some amazing Easter eggs. I might have to watch this next Christmas after Christmas with the Joker. So yeah, get Mark Hamill multiple times.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. It was a good.
We get Mark Hamill 2 weeks in a row with Flash and Force Awakens.
It does kill me a little bit when I see him because I see Mark Hamill and in my head I think Luke, or young Mark Hamill, and then I see older Mark Hamill and I'm just like, oh, he's getting older. I wish he never aged.
I watched an interview with him, and he actually has been playing the Joker for so long that it's not a big stretch for him to be playing the Trickster and doing the voice while acting. While all the other voice actors usually sit down and read their lines all the time, he was actually stood up during the recording, and he would walk around and he would do the expressions of the Joker as he would be speaking it. Like, he would actually get into the character. And it's really cool because he said that he was afraid he wouldn't even get the role of the Joker because when they said that the part was available, he's like, oh, I want that part, but I don't think they're going to hire me because the last thing I did was I was Luke. I was this big good person. and now I'm auditioning to be like the ultimate villain of all time. So I don't think I'm going to get the part. And then he went late. He did a laid back interview. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this part, haha." And then he left the interview saying, "Oh man, I'm not gonna get that. That was fun though. That was a fun little thing. Oh, they should get me." And then he gets a call saying, "Oh, you're the Joker now." And he's like, "What? I play the ultimate hero, and now I'm playing the ultimate villain."
He can play both sides.
Yeah,
two sides of the same coin, though.
Yeah, definitely. He's I really love Mark Hamill.
He's just talented.
Yeah.
It's like he found a perfect career for his skill set, and and he just excels at it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big fan.
Did we get any more emails?
Yeah, we got 2 more.
I'll go read the next one.
Okay. It's your buddy Mel.
Well, since the Trickster read our last one, So, hey, Anthony and Phil. Hey, you got it right. Nice,
Hey,
good job. What's Hannah Mel? This past week's episode left us with a lot. The action-wise... Was it wise? Oh, it probably was. The action was a step down from the excitement of the crossover, so I agree with you, Mel. The excitement did go down a notch, but the drama went up a lot.
Well, here's the thing with the action. Like, I just saw the Day of the Doctor for Doctor Who, and it's one of the, like, the crossovers are, you can't put those in the same category as, you can't put those in the same category as the other episodes. Like, the Day of the Doctor for Doctor Who, you can't put that in all the other episodes, because that is the greatest episode, and there will never be a better episode than that. So you just gotta think of that as, like, something else. So the crossovers are, in themselves, competing with the crossovers. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I see it the same way. It's like crossover competing with the previous year's crossover, and it's like they totally stepped it up. But they stepped it up so much that they actually did better than one of their regular, better episodes. Yeah. I don't know. I love the crossovers. It's hard to compare them. But he wrote, that tends to be the problem with them, because after it's over, the story tends to go on as if it never happened. But let's move on. The episode itself was pretty cool. Here are some reasons why. So, number one reason is I like seeing most of the rogues. Was pretty cool. It made me wonder how Captain Cold was going to be a hero in Legends of Tomorrow. I can't wait for Mirror Master so Cisco can name him, because he hasn't done that in the last few weeks. And
yeah, he hasn't been naming. I feel bad for him.
He hasn't had anyone to name.
Last week he tried to rename Thea, but she didn't go for it. Mm-hmm. First he has to, like, cut his hair, is what she said.
It's like, there really hasn't been anyone to pop up that he's been able to name that hasn't came with a name already.
Yeah.
There's Hawkman, Hawkwoman.
Hawk Girl, sorry.
Oh, Hawk Girl. Yeah, she's not a woman. And who else came in? We got Vandal Savage, and you couldn't name him.
Grodd.
He's already named.
He already was named. He named himself.
That's about it. Like, there's other people probably, but they were all, like, previous appearing characters. I think the last person he got a shot to name, I'm trying to think. It wasn't a Dr. Light, because she already had a name.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to name anyone for a while. I feel bad for even King Shark. Patty named him.
Yeah, good name.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good name. All right, I can't wait for Mirror Master, though. That's going to be awesome.
They have to let Cisco name him.
Yeah, and Captain Cold as a hero on Legends of Tomorrow, there's no wonder. Like, seeing how he's been playing recently, he's not a bad guy. He's actually turning good.
He bailed out of the Trickster Weather Wizard plan to kill, like, children and stuff, and he, like, warned Barry, and then left.
Yeah, his whole thing was, I'm not a hero. And Barry's like, well, you're being a very terrible villain right now.
In that scene where he says, like, if I let go of my gun, it'll, like, blow up.
Yeah.
The very next scene where he just starts talking,
he puts it down.
He lets go of his gun. He was just lying.
Yeah.
He's just lying and Barry.
Well, maybe he has to, like, hold it at a certain spot to, like, set it off.
I truly believe he's just lying.
He could have.
He's a good liar. All right, so number 2. Cisco seemed a little bit better at the beginning of this episode, perhaps because he had to give up Kendra to Carter. Oh, bitter, my bad. So, Cisco did seem a little bitter in the beginning of the episode because, yeah, Kendra just left. And it was also good seeing Jay have a sense of humor.
I love the Jay stuff. Like, that was Caitlin. Hilarious. Yeah, where he was just like, what's Christmas?
Yeah.
And she's like, how do I describe this to someone?
She described it in the most, like,
scientific way ever.
It wasn't even, it was bad. Like, she was like, some kid who was born, like, she basically described Jesus in, like, 3 seconds, and then went, like, so we cut down trees and we give each other stuff because he died, and it was like, what? Like, you did not, like,
it was a terrible description of Christmas. And I love how he tricks her later, and he's like, yeah, and she's like, oh, we put mistletoe up here. And she's
what's mistletoe?
She's like, and
a poisonous
like,
plant.
I'm joking. And he's like, oh, we had this tradition. And I would have loved it if Caitlin would have been like, and what's that tradition? Like, mess with him.
But they kissed in this episode for the first time.
And I love Cisco's reaction.
Finally,
because the whole fan base.
Everyone's been waiting to see that for a while.
Actually, Lord Mesa drew it where he's like, finally.
So, number 3, we finally get a glimpse at what Zoom's agenda is. It will be interesting to see how it will work out with Harry.
Yeah. Now it's kind of interesting, because, like, Zoom has been, like, this anonymous villain now, and now he's actually become something.
he let go of his plan that he wants Barry to basically get fat like a turkey. I think that's what they described it.
The way I saw it, yeah.
They want him to have so much Speed Force that
I saw it a lot like
Zoom
Hansel and Gretel style.
Like, just keep feeding him, making him
Feeding the kids
fatter.
the candy and then kill him and eat him.
Yeah, so it's like, the idea is that if Barry gets enough Speed Force, at a certain point when he becomes very, very strong, that's when Zoom will take his Speed Force. So, number 4, though there was no dramatic cliffhanger at the end of this episode, seeing Wally for the first time sets a good precedent. I said that right?
Yeah, precedent.
I'm so proud of myself. Precedent for the end of the season. So, what I think he's trying to get at is that him just showing up at the end was awesome.
Yeah, that was... Because
once they come back, Wally's involved.
Yeah, Wally's in the show now.
I wonder how they will make him become a speedster. That's all I got for now. Have a great holiday, guys. Can't wait for the second half of the season and for Legends of Tomorrow. Have a good show, guys. Also, Mel.
Okay, so...
have a good show, guys. Also, Mel. Yeah. I emphasized that weird. I was like, huh.
So, the way he's going to become speedster, I believe lightning is involved also.
Well, Wally's always got his powers the same way as Barry.
Yeah.
So
every lightning and every chemical known to science.
So, does a particle accelerator have to go off again?
I don't know. It's going to be weird. Somehow, he's going to get powers, and we're all going to be happy with it.
Does Barry somehow, give him powers?
Is he using Velocity 9, like a drug?
I don't know, but in the comics, they always hinted that,
the lightning bolt was Barry?
Yeah, the lightning bolt that gave Barry his powers was some sort of, not lightning bolt in some sort of way. There's different theories. There's these Barry. There was that little thing that gives everyone powers, like this little creature. What was his name? Mobu or something.
I don't even know.
That was a short run. But I talked about it on the podcast before, where it was like this guy. He takes credit for giving all these heroes their powers, and he said he chose Barry, but that Wally was the 1 in a million chance that actually became a speedster because he got his powers through accident.
Yeah.
Basically, Wally took over the mantle of getting the Flash's powers by accident, by a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do it with the particle accelerator being a key element in it.
Oh, man. I meant to show you Ismahawk. Okay, did you ever watch the Nightwing series on YouTube that happened? It was 5 episodes.
There was a Nightwing series on YouTube?
Yeah, it was really good made. It was funded through Kickstarter, I think it was. And it was made by these really cool comic book fans. They started doing something in the meantime till they can do season 2 called Minute Mashups, where they have 2 superheroes fight each other, and they've done 3 so far. And it's really good special effects that they do. They're these people are really good with their special effects, and it's insanely awesome to watch this. And I was like, man, the people that do Flash should really take a note from these people, because they could do some really more awesome
and these
super
are
speed
these people
fights.
Freelancer?
Yeah, they just do this for fun.
So it's they legitimately have a way that the people from the Flash can learn to use, and these guys aren't even full on professionals yet.
They kind of are professional,
but they're new to being professionals.
Yeah. One of the they've done 3 battles so far. They've done Deadpool versus X-Men Origins Deadpool, and it's so funny. I love that one. That one's great. They then did Green Arrow versus Hawkeye, which is hilarious. They're funny, and they do it in the style. It starts out in the style of Street Fighter, where 2 characters are selected on the screen, and then it starts out in a fight stance at each other, and then fight, and then they just go at each other, and then it becomes an actual 3D thing instead of 2D. And the third one that they've done, the most recent one, is Quicksilver versus the Flash, which is really cool. And the actors for it is Quicksilver is done by the person who played Nightwing in the Nightwing series, and the person who plays Flash is the person who plays Jason Todd in the Nightwing series.
That's funny.
And it was so cool to watch it. And it's they have this awesome fight because they're running at super speed. They have these great moments where it's all in slow motion and they're fighting and they're just beating each other down. And they have so many great lines in it. And you know how whenever those games start, they come in and they say corny little joke real quick, and then the thing starts. Well, Quicksilver's is he comes in and he's like, "This'll be over quick," and then Flash comes in and this'll be over in a flash. Get it? You get it,
Yeah,
right?
I
Get on the Flash. Like that's what he says.
No.
He
that,
says
that is what the Flash would say. He would even have to explain it.
And
like,
Quicksilver's just like, oh god, you're stupid. Let's just get on with this. And they just beat each other, and it's so funny. And there's a really cool. They use so great special effects, like where Quicksilver like really quickly kicks Flash right in the neck, and he gets thrown back and slams into the wall, and there's a dent. Like they do so cool special effects.
so it's definitely worth a check out.
Yeah, you should all check it out. I checked out their stuff today.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Ismahawk.
The minute ones are on
Minute
YouTube.
mashup. Yeah, they also have behind the scenes how they do it all. The longest behind the scenes I have is the Flash because it took them so long to do this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a lot of special effects they needed for that one.
So hey, is Mel's email the last one?
No, we got one more.
All right. Before that, well, I guess we do after. But this is I just realized they haven't heard about our adventures at the con. Like the last podcast, we simply said we're about to go.
Oh, what adventures do we have?
They're kind of short. I mean, like I wouldn't mind talking about Central Valley Con for a sec.
Yeah, if you want to.
Because I just realized like it's been a while for us, but for them, they never learned what happened to it. So we went to Central Valley Con. It was a lot smaller than we expected. It was probably about roughly probably 1/4 the size of Stockton Con. Maybe.
No, okay, yeah, 1/4 is probably the.
I don't want to say half as big because it wasn't really half.
Yeah.
We did get to go to a panel and listen to some people talk about Star Wars, and we what was one of those actors? She was an
Ewok.
Yeah, we had someone who was actually like an Ewok, and the guy who actually dresses as Darth Vader.
Yeah, for all these commercials or all the product placement for Darth Vader, it's always this guy.
I mean, they were interesting to hear, but there wasn't any like high profile people there, like really really high profile. I wish that would be cool. There's a lot of booths selling. But our costumes were pretty cool. Actually, Phil's wearing half of his right now.
It's laundry day, okay?
Well, we dressed as, red and blue from Pokemon, and I was red and Phil was blue.
No one recognized me, but they recognized the Eevee.
Yeah, people kept calling me Ash, which, was like, as a fan of Pokemon, I was just like, you really can't figure out that I'm not Ash. But whatever. I had my best time was, I ran into some Pokemon, like kids dressed as Pokemon, and I would stand at a distance and like throw the Pokeball up and catch it. Kind of look like I'm getting ready to like, capture them, and they would always react in the funniest way. Like one little girl hid behind her dad, and then this other kid was like not paying attention, and I think the dad like noticed and said like, "Hey, he's gonna get you."
Oh my god, tell me about Misty.
Oh, and then I ran into Misty. And I was going to go up to her and I tell her that I was lost and trying to find Cerulean because I had a town map in my backpack from Pokemon.
He also had a fishing rod and a tech deck bicycle. He had everything that you would need in the bag.
But what happened was she was taking a photo and I saw she was kind of busy, but I locked eyes with her for a sec, and in that moment I flashed my badges that I earned and I pointed at hers and I went, yeah, and I made her laugh in the middle of her photo. But it was a good trip. I would say I think they need to make it bigger. But other than that, I mean, it was really cool. Like
they didn't have much space to work with.
They need a bigger facility.
Yeah,
and then they could probably because the turnout was good. Like there was a lot of people there, but I think a lot of people were leaving sooner than staying just because it was small.
Yeah,
and plus they need more Smash Bros. Areas. Everyone was hooked on Smash Bros. And no one was playing card games like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or Magic. I think they could have downsized that and still had it, but downsized it and then added more video games because that's what everyone was on there. Especially the new Smash Bros. But I don't know. Is there anything you want to add? Like, what was your experience there, Phil?
It was fun. I had a good time. I like going to cons with you. It's a lot of fun. I like cosplaying. Cosplaying's awesome. Yeah.
Not a lot though. Not a lot. We were only there for like maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour actually is what it was.
Yeah, well, we saw everything like twice.
I know.
I was like, dang, but I enjoyed going. It was a fun outing,
A lot of the booths were the same people that were at Stockton Con and Lodi Con. But we keep calling it Lodi Con. It's actually called Grape City Con.
Grape City Con. Well, I don't know. Lodi Con sounds better because it has a name of the city. Like they call it Stockton Con.
Yeah, but when you say Grape City Con, everybody automatically knows in this area. Oh yeah, that's Lodi.
Like, no, we're weird. We rename
We're Grape
stuff.
City.
We rename everything.
I'll read this one real quick.
Yeah, sorry guys to interrupt the emails. I just wanted you guys all to know our time out there.
So this one's from Gabe Diaz. He's a big follower on our Facebook page. I don't know if you guys touched on this in the podcast episode, but what if Barry decided not to go back to his lab at the CCPD in the pilot episode after Iris's bag was stolen? What would he have ever gotten his powers then?
No.
I want to say
just no. Like
I want to say yes because in the comics, I think it was told somewhere that the lightning was always going to hit him regardless of where he was, pretty much. So even if he wasn't at his lab, if he was somewhere else, he still would have been struck by lightning. The lightning chose him, was what it was. Anthony,
I'm going no. Like, all right, the lightning
was it based on
the lightning
chance?
was going to strike that building at that time, and Barry just happened to be there. Like Barry, it was like yes, the lightning may have chosen him in a sense, but then again, everybody else who had powers, were they chosen?
No.
It's like, and if they were chosen, who the heck is choosing villains? Like, and we need to find this guy, and we need to deal with him.
We need to put a stop to his villain choosing.
So my thing is, if he would have not been in his lab, he probably wouldn't have gotten his powers. But there still could have been a chance he would have received a different power set being around the particle accelerator when it exploded.
Yeah.
Because lots of other people got powers later, or from different situations. I mean, there was one guy. What was his name? It was the guys in the plane.
Oh, the weather wizards?
Yeah, him and Barry actually both received their powers in similar ways by getting struck by lightning, but yet got totally different powers.
I don't think they were struck by lightning. No,
their plane was.
No, their plane just got ripped straight in half because of the...
But what about the guy who picked up his friend and electrocuted him?
That was Farouk. He was on a power outline.
I was thinking of the wrong person then.
Okay.
Totally wrong. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody.
The weather wizards were in a plane,
yeah,
and they got ripped apart by the particle accelerator, blown up.
The guy who got electric powers, he got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
And he didn't get speedster powers, but instead got electric powers, which does make a lot more sense. But still, I'm just going to say it's like that could indicate also that the lightning may have chosen because, it was like a special lightning bolt. In a way, maybe the chemicals had a play. I don't know. Put chemicals all over yourself, electrocute yourself, and if you could run fast, you did it.
Don't do that.
I give very bad advice on this podcast.
Yeah, you do. Like, everybody, watch Flashpoint and watch the scene where he's trying to get his powers back.
And watch when he fails. See what
That's
happens.
what'll happen to you if you do what Anthony ever tells you to do. Okay, so what if her bag was never stolen? So what if they were just still at Star Labs when it went off?
I just say that Barry probably wouldn't have gotten his powers. That's a what if scenario, though.
Because he was too close. He probably didn't get his powers because he was way too close to the situation going on.
See, it's like the question is right here. It's kind of like a what if scenario. I guess if Barry didn't go to his lab and instead went to Star Labs, well, it would debunk. Well, it wouldn't debunk, but it would ruin Harrison Wells' role as someone from the future who knows that Barry's supposed to be the Flash.
Yeah, because it was always supposed to hit the Flash when.
Maybe it hits Joe.
No, Joe has his powers. He can't change his powers.
I wouldn't mind Joe being a speedster.
Joe has powers already, though.
Yeah, here he's got the hidden in plain sight powers. Yeah, I don't know what would happen. I mean, it would be up when you say something like that. It gives liberties to do whatever you want with it. Barry could have gotten the powers of Peekaboo for all we know.
No. He could talk to animals now.
Yeah, he could talk to animals. Anything could have happened to Barry, but the key thing is he went to his lab and the chemicals and the lightning bolt played a role in his abilities.
How did Harrison Wells stage his confinement in a wheelchair? What was the supposed injury that confined him there? It was never specified in what it was. Everyone was just supposed to assume that they lost him when he went to his time vault, and then he probably came back out just crawling on his hands and elbows and going like, I can't walk, I
think he blamed it on the particle accelerating exploding. So that way he can get like sympathy. Like
something fell on him and now he can't walk.
How did he survive that? Did he go to the time room?
Yeah, he went to the time room because it was based out of time. The room was
so he wouldn't have been affected by anything.
Like that room can't be damaged. I feel from the outside.
I would like it if they used that room for something related to that.
What would they use it for? The only thing they've ever used it for is to get the Speedster, is to get the Reverse Flash costume out of there. Like that's what they said earlier.
I don't know. Maybe some sort of catastrophic thing happens and Barry has to enter that room to survive to reverse time or something. Like that'd be something cool.
Yeah.
But then again, he could probably just outrun the explosion like he did in the crossover. So whatever. I don't know if they're ever going to use that room again.
Yeah. I want them to use it.
Oh, that's Iris's office. It's like that's Iris just chills in there and types papers and then
it gives her focus because no one else can get in.
And on the wall is always the future article. This is Iris Allen West.
And then one day it'll just say Iris Allen, and then she'll go like, oh, finally, my future self decided to change.
So let's see. It was all based on chance. What if the bag
if you
was
hadn't noticed, I just watched the pilot episode last night on Netflix. Oh, Netflix, they're cool. They have their first season. You can you can listen to our podcast while you watch it on Netflix, everybody.
Yeah, but that was all. That is what we're talking about is just theories of what could happen. I mean, so far they've been pretty good on the comic, except for the particle accelerator being part of it. But you know what? I've grown to love that idea. I've really grown to like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that actually does take chance out of it a lot too, because the fact that if you got struck by lightning and you got covered in chemicals, a modern day person today would be like, well, then that person is just gonna die. You know, but then when they add something mysterious like the particle accelerator, it gives way to make it a little more believable.
Yeah. I'm just looking through these things real quick. I wanted to show you something real quick, Anthony. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Mel, they should really look buff in that drawing. Like, I look ripped. I like that.
I look fun.
And I'm throwing up the peace sign. I don't know how you know I do that all the time, but good job.
Add 1 to that, and you'll find out what this episode is.
What?
Right here.
Oh, so guys, all of you out there, there is a secret Easter egg in our episode today.
And
let's not say it.
Huh?
Do you not want to say it? See if anyone can figure it out?
No, because I think they should all know because of our intro. Because what you don't know, which I totally forgot to tell you because I just remembered it right now, is I'm putting in an interview at the beginning of the episode, which we totally forgot to talk about.
Oh,
it's that interview.
Yeah, I forgot.
So as you guys all know already, I got to meet Lord Mesa at San Jose Heroes and Villains Fan Fest.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
completely because it was so long ago.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
We were saving it for this episode.
Do you want to know why we're saving it for this episode, guys? Exactly, that is the reason. This is the 52 episode that Anthony.
52nd episode.
I wanted to say it 52 because 52 is the thing. Okay, just go with it, okay, man?
Yep, this is episode 52.
Thank you.
So, guys, we finally hit that number. Yay!
Woo! I need to turn this down. I don't want that.
So, yeah, guys, and Phil, I guess you guys all heard the interview from Lord Mesa. I myself have not heard it.
I thought I showed it to you.
You talked to me about it,
like
in person.
Well, he actually talks about meeting the stars and everything, and how Stephen Amell's Fan Art Friday is pretty much started because of Lord Mesa.
That's funny. For them, it's going to be like, you guys are dumb because like they hear it in the right order. Yeah. But for us, we record these episodes and then we add stuff later. And then it's like currently right now, it's like.
I literally just remember right now that's going to be at this episode. So.
Yeah, that's funny. So for all of you guys out there now, you can stop laughing at us. Like, why haven't they talked about Lord Mesa at all? Like. It's been like 20 minutes.
Speaking of Lord Mesa, I want to tell you the other drawing that he did 2 other drawings where he had Captain Cold sitting in the chair at the West House, and he's holding the hot cocoa, and he's like cocoa, and just drinking it and everything. And someone commented, "Is there many marshmallows in that one?" Because Barry failed.
I like how mad he was about it too. He's just like,
everybody would be like, you
because I checked. And they weren't there. Like, it's like, dang.
I would be angry too. Like, my work doesn't have many marshmallows, and I'm disappointed about that.
That's the best part.
I had to spray little whipped cream in there to mimic it, and it's just not. I just put
big marshmallows in all the time.
We don't have marshmallows at my work, okay, man?
Oh, I see.
What else? There was one other drawing that he did for Flash, and it was Wells standing at the kid's store with Cisco next to him like this, and he's dressed up like Santa or the Grinch version of Santa, and he says, "Give me your presents." And Cisco's dressed up like the dog and has the little
give me
reindeer
your
horn.
I like how that kid just had like
Mom.
This guy who looks like that one guy who ruined everything is at our door asking for my presents, but I'm pretty sure he's dead, so I'm tripping. I'm out.
Christmas is wrong.
I'm out. I'm not kidding. If that kid said something like that, I would have just died laughing. I would have just been like, "Are you serious? Like, did they just break the fourth wall a little bit there and just be like, he knows everything that's going on, this random kid?"
Oh my gosh. There is something so great because due to the Arrow episode, I just saw this too before we did this podcast. I want you guys all to know this. Malcolm actually says, "Oh, I have minions, and my minions looked into this." And so Lord Mesa drew Malcolm Merlin just with his head face palmed so bad because like his minions are minions dressed up like Merlin, like dressed up like League of Shadows, and one of them's holding a banana to him. One of them's just looking at the laptop upside down, like this is wrong. Merlin's just like, "Oh man, I have terrible minions."
That's great.
I bet Lord Mesa's been waiting to do that. But as you guys all know, Lord Mesa's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And we love his artwork, and yeah.
So for all of you out there right now, this is the end of the witty opening banter that we always have, and we're about to start the episode.
I'm curious, real quick, how much witty banter have we done?
About
Oh, cool,
half
a
an
half
hour.
hour worth of it. This is going to be a good size length podcast.
If you quit now, you're just a quitter.
Quitter, you got to sit. I'm going to press play now.
All right, so my name is Barry Allen, and
the
I'm fastest man alive.
I totally messed that up, and I feel so bad.
It's all good, guys.
If you want to get right back to us, if you want to get it perfectly on track right now, I messed up. Pause us for like a second and then go back.
We'll just tell you right when the theme song ends.
Yeah.
So right now we're seeing the wormhole. We're seeing her shoot Sharkman, or what was it? King Shark.
And I am the Flash.
I couldn't think of his name, but it was happening so fast.
Previously on the Flash. Okay. So I wanted to talk about this. I just listened to our podcast episode for the first time. Like I was bored and I was.
I've never listened to one.
I was hanging out with one of my friends, and we were just watching it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like." I'll admit, I was having some eggnog while I was listening to it, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is so funny!" Like,
our podcast,
yeah,
it's actually funny.
Yeah, I've never like listened to our podcast.
I always thought we like sucked. Like honestly, I was just like, well. Oh, all right.
I was worried about people listening to us, and I'm like, man, we actually do have good stuff. Electronic music, I like that right there.
Yeah, see, this part got me confused in the beginning.
Was this a dream or something?
Yeah, but it's real. It's happening.
Run, Harry!
I love this,
Run!
though. How they filmed this was clean.
Yeah. You're not going to make it reference on that?
What, running?
Run, Harry!
Oh, yeah, run Harry, run. I thought you were saying The Exorcist, or he's on the wall.
Well, it's Zoom. This is where a lot of people are like really need to stop saying that Wells is Zoom. I think there are still people out there who still think it is, and it's like, no, it's Henry Wells or it's Henry Allen from Earth 2, guys.
I'm pretty sure.
We're all pretty sure.
It's like I like how they had to make Wells a bad guy again, though. Like force it on him.
Go on, kill me.
But this Wells generally he
Say
cares
something. I love what Zoom says right here. Merry Christmas, and then just bails.
So it's
like little snowing.
Yeah, it's a Christmas
Sleigh
episode.
Bells ring.
Jazzy Christmas
Are you
music.
listening?
I like how there's Flash doll.
Yeah.
They finally brought up what I said last week. I'm like, why is there no Arrow doll? And then she's like, she brings it up.
Well, there technically is one, but
they don't have any Green Arrow dolls. Like, and I said it earlier. I'm like, did they not make it for him? Like,
I love your reaction. You were just like, let's just draw. Like, Oliver just makes a really bad version of it. He takes a Legolas doll and, like, turns it into...
It's just a G.I. Joe that he has spray painted green. Like,
it has a little goatee on it.
He's like, that looks like me.
Give it a little toy bow and arrow from a Robin Hood toy set. Like, it's obviously Robin Hood.
Merry Christmas. I like this with the watch. Like, it's like... I had a feeling that he was going to give the watch to Barry. Anyways,
yeah, it was obvious.
But it was better that he gave it to Barry after bringing up the fact that he has another son. And that he was excited about meeting him. And then in that conversation, he just acknowledged, Barry, you are my son. Like, even though I have
my watch.
Yeah, even though I have this genetic son, you're always going to be my son. You get the watch. You know?
I like you better.
Yeah.
I'm playing favorites with my children. Like...
So Patty and Barry are all like over each other most of this episode, and then not, and then again. So
yeah, because they have a situation. I told you ahead of time.
The whole time I'm like, Barry, just tell her you're the Flash, dude.
You're making the preview for the next season.
You're making this so hard on yourself.
Did you see the preview for the next episode of January?
No. Does he finally tell her?
He says in it, I think it's time that I tell Patty I'm the Flash.
He should. It's like it's dumb.
And then like she gets attacked, and it's just like, what's happening? Is she gonna live?
He needs to tell her he's the Flash. It's just like, it's dumb at this point. Now he's having two different relationships with the same woman.
Yeah.
And didn't he do that with Iris, and didn't that not work out? Like,
yeah, but he wasn't dating Iris.
He was trying.
He with no lack of trying.
Yeah, he was trying.
He tried his hardest.
So he's just happy that Iris likes the patty, but Iris is going to spill the beans right now about Wally.
Yeah. I like how it stands for Wallace.
Yeah, I like how Joe immediately connected it too. Like he was just like, oh, yeah, that's my kid.
That's what we were gonna name you.
Hey, that's still what I want to name you.
You know what? Your name's Wallace now. What?
Wally for short.
Like he goes through the whole system and like gets her name.
Wallace,
changed.
Wally, Iris, Allen, West. That's what your name is now.
She hates it.
She was pregnant. She had a son.
His name. Oh,
Joe's son, my brother.
Your stepbrother or your adoptive brother. Or wait,
They never bring up their step siblings because he liked her at one point, and that'd be weird, right?
Yeah.
I was telling my friend, I was telling Joey about that.
I like how she's like, his
what?
name was Wally West, and Barry just nods and smiles. And my thought, like right there, I thought, man, he's already planning that Kid Flash.
Heck
So do
yeah.
you think they're gonna call him Kid Flash in the show?
Yeah, they have to, and then I bet you he's gonna come up with another identity when he matures.
I don't know, because it's really weird to call him Kid Flash when he isn't a kid.
Well, it's like
I think that the best thing that I can call him is really Impulse, and I know that's like messing up the whole Bart Allen.
What I'm thinking is like I think they're gonna call him Kid Flash, but not for very long.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
think
be
once he
like,
gets a grip of his speedster abilities, he's
You know
gonna go
what?
by another title.
you know what? I can actually see them calling him Kid Flash for a while, the same way that Thea's called Speedy.
Yeah, and then it's like eventually that's gonna change. I think it's gonna go way faster. Like he's not gonna be Kid Flash for very long. But I hope he gets the yellow duds.
Yeah,
You know?
Well, no, he's not going to get yellow. He's going to get silver.
Silver? Oh yeah,
Well, it's New
'cause
52
it's
Wally.
New 52 Wally. I was thinking of the older school.
52.
I like our episode number today.
Haha.
So right here we get some Caitlyn, Jay, like Lovey Mushy.
I love this. I love it. Just kiss already. The thirst is real.
And this is the bitterness that we were talking about earlier with Cisco. Like, you know, he wants his girlfriend there. The girlfriend he just made.
Yeah, it's Christmas time, and his girlfriend just left. So.
With another man to pursue powers that he doesn't fully understand.
Yeah. So.
For all of you out there, if you heard anything, that was a motorcycle going by.
Yeah.
Me and Phil weren't like going crazy. Let's see.
I love. She just tried to explain Christmas, and he's like, "I know what Christmas is."
Christmas is the time of year. Just
she just breaks out a video of Linus telling what Christmas is.
see, I would put in that old Santa Claus is coming to town like claymation thing, and be like, "Here you go.
This is Christmas.
That's all you really need to know."
This explains the whole story. I'm gonna go find Harry. Oh, there he is.
I truly thought that was
Holy
the story
Hannah.
of Christmas for a long time. Because that's the only thing that explained it to me.
I love it because he's just Cisco's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, so now we're at Iron Heights Prison. Okay,
The wind is howling. Just so you know.
which we've seen this set so many times for so many different places. This has been a county clerk office. It has been a museum.
Cool.
Like, this set's been used so many times, and the thing is a lot of sets are used in both Arrow and Flash. So it's funny seeing it.
I like how they're doing Weather Wizard now.
Oh, how they're actually having the real Weather Wizard.
Yeah, he has a full grip of his powers. Like,
Yeah.
he can make ice balls, he can fly,
Knock,
he can control
knock.
the weather.
Boom. And he's a really good Weather Wizard, too.
The Weather Wizard's supposed to be, like, OP powerful.
Yeah. But he just early parole.
I like
I
how
wish he was wearing more green in this. I don't
like
know
how-
if his leather jacket is green or not.
he lets out the Trickster, and his only reason was because he's, like, insane or something. Like,
I let you out because I owed you one. I let him out because he's crazy. That's a compliment. Like, look at this. It's so weird.
he
All
throws
of that.
decapitated flashes, arrows through Flash's head. Heck of stuff.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Evil laughter. They have to emphasize it's evil.
Yeah.
So
And
Mark
then he has-
Hamill does it, it's evil.
Yeah. I like the little lightning bolts. He's so crazy. He has Twizzlers, though. He got his Twizzler.
Yep, that's his favorite.
Is it Twizzlers or licorice that he likes?
I think it's red licorice.
Oh.
I think that's what they just called it.
I like Twizzlers.
I think they couldn't say Twizzlers because it's
Copyright?
yeah, copyright.
It's trademark. That's the correct word.
It shouldn't like
like
Twizzlers.
they-
I would sponsor the Flash if I had candy that like a character liked.
It's like they can't say Burger King or McDonald's, so they say Big Belly Burger. which is actually a thing from the comics, so it's like they could say that.
Oh, I watched a video about the origins of Big Belly Burger.
I want to see that now.
It first appeared in a Superman comic.
Yeah.
That was the first time Big Belly Burger ever appeared. But that's different than what's going on right now.
Oh, Stanley just cameoed in a Superman comic.
Woo! That's cool.
It's funny because he's Marvel.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like, why?
Well, what happened was Superman was in a Big Belly Burger, and on the wall it said Employee of the Month, and it said Stan. And it looked exactly like Stan Lee.
That's funny.
And that was the only cameo. I was like, that's funny. So Barry's trying to confront Patty, like, I know your story, okay? And by the way, I don't know, did they already say her full story yet? Or is that later?
The only story we know is the story she told to Joe about how Weather Wizard gunned down her dad at the bank. Over a few $100s.
Okay, so she hasn't told the full story yet. It's later. No.
She tells it later to the Flash when.
Okay.
So Barry's not supposed to know.
I want to make that is a reference to something, and I want to talk about it.
Oh, so he doesn't say Harley. He says Holly. Everybody like Holly.
Without good name, Holly.
Resource that we used was subtitles.
Yeah. Like the actual stuff that was used.
We all thought he said Harley.
I didn't break you out of jail because I wanted to make friends. Where's your holiday spirit, Marky Mark?
It's such a shame that we can't hear his voice when we silence it.
I know. That's why I'm giving it to you.
I see. Folks. I'm sorry. Don't take this offensively, but Mark Hamill does it a little better.
Oh, so much better. I can admit that. Like, I don't think not good.
Anyone can do it at the level of Mark Hamill, so it's fine. You're just shooting for
I'm trying.
an impossible goal.
I love that. We're gonna kill the Flash. He's like, that was more of a New Year's resolution for me, but I'm flexible.
He sounds so much like the Joker.
Yeah, and it's so great because he is the Joker in this. He's more so the Joker than he is the Trickster. I
like how Captain Cold gets an update about Zoom. Like, he wasn't aware because he was locked up for like a few weeks.
He's like, oh, the Flash lost to a fight? That's interesting.
Some dude in like a black costume. It's like
that looked like the Flash.
Just messed him up.
Dragged him through the city. It was crazy. Like, if you had a slow motion camera, man.
So let's see here. Right now, they haven't really described the plan. That's cool how you could do that.
They're gonna have an ice fight.
For real. Man, his powers are so cool, the Weather Wizard.
Don't have a snot. Here's an idea. Let's have a few drinks, kill some carolers. We'll all feel better. I love the Joker, Trickster.
I like how he's like, all right, but they don't kill the carolers or nothing.
Did they? We don't know.
I don't know. Snart doesn't kill people.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's part of his code.
But maybe he does. Maybe he allows them to kill, and he's not.
So let's see. So there's 3 of them. So
I don't
they
like
are
those odds.
I want you guys to all be aware, because it seems like later in the episode they ignore this, but they are aware that all 3 escaped right now.
Yeah,
and they understand that that's a problem. And then later, Captain Cold like reintroduces that idea, and it seems new.
Okay, so right here we're having them talk about the electromagnetic attracting in one spot, or like a lightning rod, and they're saying all this stuff at the same exact time, like a wand.
Have I already had this conversation? He's like, kind of. So the first time the Flash went back in time, he had this conversation with Cisco.
Well, he didn't have it Oh, he heard Cisco say it earlier, but he's been holding on to what he says later. But that never happened because when he time traveled, he went back in time, grabbed Weather Wizard, and put him right into jail. Didn't even
so
wait
this
for
conversation
him to destroy
never. The conversation just had never really happened, but it happened in a previous timeline, which is weird because shouldn't Cisco remember that? Yeah. So he's like, you created one and it worked well the first time, but you need to rebuild this one for the first time. And it's interesting because it's like Cisco's already got kind of a confirmation that this will work, but you still have to build it for the first time.
Yeah, and he hasn't built it yet, so now he has to have that difficulty of, I built it before, so
and Jay's helping him. Which I thought
they got the best of both worlds.
I thought it would be interesting if it didn't work because Jay helped him. Like, because before only Cisco worked on it and it worked perfect. You know, but whatever.
No, it didn't work perfect.
Well, it didn't work?
No, because everything went terrible.
Well, yeah.
He actually fixes it better because they got 2 people working on it. And it's funny because they got the best of both worlds, as in 2 different worlds. Ha-ha!
So he's like, I like this how they bring up like when they were kids. I guess Iris and Barry like stole like Joe's car and wrapped it around a tree after they crashed it. Yeah, that is nuts. I would be so mad. But all right, they're about to break the big news to Joe about how Francine was pregnant and he has a son named Wally.
Yeah,
I don't think they even tell him his name's Wally.
No, they do.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, he's Wallace. That's how we were gonna name you. And you, dude.
I forgot.
When did you watch this episode? Like last night?
See, Joe, right there. She was pregnant, and Joe's like connecting dots. I have a kid. They're about to tell me I have a kid.
He's like doing math.
Please don't be a girl. Please don't be a girl.
I don't want another one. This one's giving me lots of problems.
I want a boy. I just want to play catch. Barry never did that. He was a nerd. Now he can do it, but now he's the Flash.
Huh?
He's like, now he can do it, but he's the Flash. And he's better than me now. He could just win.
Did she have the baby?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So she didn't lose it.
She had a moment to get out of this again. Did she have the baby? No. So his name's Wally West. Joe's like, short for Wallace.
Dude. You don't need to cry.
His face looks so sad, though.
I know. We're all sad for Joe.
It's like we found out a couple weeks ago. Sorry to tell you. He takes it pretty well.
Because everyone was hiding secrets from her. I mean, like, it's understandable that she hid a secret from everybody.
It's like, deep down, Joe wanted a son anyway, so it's like, it did work out.
Yeah.
I like the way the sun shows up at the end, though. It's so, like, in your face, like, and
boom! Merry Christmas!
And it's obvious, too, that Wally showed up right after hearing the news he had a dad. Like, that his dad was alive, he was in Central City, because he didn't know about it, and they say he doesn't know about it yet when Joe talks to Francine on the phone. So, Wally's all into it, too. That's just cool. And they're playing music. They play a lot of music in this episode.
It's
Christmas.
So it's, like, very musical.
I like this right here. Captain Cold also has a power similar to Joe.
No, they just have it because it's just dark. And he blends in.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
Co. and Lord Mesa drew the little bear mug, too.
Yeah, that's a funny little smile he has on him.
Is it a bear or a reindeer?
Coco is a
Looks
Coco
like a
without
reindeer.
mini marshmallows, and you were out. I checked.
Why are you breaking into my home, man?
Upgrade to the cold gun. If I release the grip of the handle, the core goes critical, and it might make it... Oh, you might make it. She won't. So, look, guys, pay attention right here what he does with the cold gun right now. After saying, if he lets go, it'll explode. Isn't that two hands that he's using to touch? Look at, he's got both his hands together. He let go of the cold gun.
No, but he was like he's trying.
He doesn't even have it on him. It's laying on the ground. Then
no, it's connected to his hip. Is what it is.
It's on a holster.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that he has to hold it at a certain spot, and if he releases it in a certain way, then it goes critical.
It has to be either that or he was just lying. It could be one of the two.
Martin wants revenge. Jesse, he's just crazy.
I think how Captain Cold is just all like, dude,
he's very chill.
I'm not a villain. I'm not a hero. Somewhere in between.
I just want money.
I was a bad guy, but I'm starting to see the parts of being a good guy, you know. I like Cold. Yeah, I like him. I like how they did start.
Oh, man. They're like saying you owe us one. We saved your sister, so...
Yeah, and that's called
Where's
honor.
your honor?
So you go on and make your pitch.
I can see you're dying to.
Help me stop them.
Nope. I don't want to be a hero. Well, you're not being a great villain this week. It's
Merry Christmas.
Barry.
It's like, the way they did Snart in this show is so great, and they got such a good actor.
Oh, Wentworth Miller is amazing.
Oh, they couldn't have cast this better at all.
So why are they in the pipeline? Do they have anyone in the pipeline as of right now?
Joe's just thinking about stuff. You know, he probably went somewhere quiet. I mean, if I heard I just got a kid, I'd be like, I'd be thinking about
who's
it.
in the pipeline?
No,
Do they have
anybody in the pipeline?
They've killed everybody that they fought
Yeah,
so
and
far.
then everyone got released at one time, and then they killed everyone else.
Dr. Light was in there, and then she went naked and then jumped out.
Yeah, that was it. So, right here, like, Joe's talking about, like, that feeling you get when you're a parent, and something bad happens to your kid, and you just get, like, his gut feel like something's bad going on, and then you end up being correct. And he's just like, why didn't I feel this for Wally? Why didn't I get any of these sensations for my son I didn't know about? And it's like him beating himself up for something that he can't help. Like, it's somehow his fault, but it isn't. I don't know. There's a lot of...
Well, we don't know. He might have got sick every so often and just didn't know what it was for.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a superpower, but you can see he's blaming himself for not being involved in Wally's life, but it isn't his fault. And he's trying to find a way to make it his fault. And it's like in the next scene, we see that he gets over this, like, little slump he's going through.
Yeah.
But this is what a real parent would go through if they learned about it. They would first be surprised, then devastated, then blame themselves, and then eventually, once they start getting in contact and making it real, they start to see it as a good thing that they're finally involved. And that's cool. It's like they did that this whole episode, right to the end.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think Barry's politely listening too.
Yeah. Like me. I'm politely listening to you.
Oh no, I thought Joe's part in this episode was really good.
Joe is the one who's always listening. Remember, he's always there.
Yeah.
Even when you don't see him, he's in every scene, guys.
Yeah, he's hidden, sitting on a chair. I love it. There's like a big villains meeting, and they're all giving their plans, and then Joe's just sitting on the couch reading a newspaper, and it's like, really, guys? It's like,
you guys didn't know I was here. They're like, kill him, and he's like,
Barry.
steps behind a wall. They're like, who are we looking at?
Yeah, let's keep talking about our plans.
Like, I want to think of him as like he has the same power as the silence from Doctor Who. Those creatures that when you're looking at them, you know they're there.
But once you look away, they're gone. They're out of your mind. They left.
Yeah. So that's what I think Joe has, is that exact power. We need to classify this because people are believing this like theory that we have.
Honestly, if they make Joe a metahuman with those abilities, it has to be from our podcast. If they got that, because like this theory was thought up by like me when he was just sitting in the room, and I was saying that's jacked up. He just left and sat down in the same room.
Yeah,
and then it just started happening over and over again. So we get the Trickster.
Flashy the red-nosed speedster.
Why does he always get on every channel? But I can't get ESPN.
He might even make you puke.
Yeah, so he's singing some like funny little Christmas song he made up. He's on every screen, everything. The Trickster's broadcasting.
His beard's gone.
So this is where Patty, her looking at a screen, this is when she realizes the reflection in his eyes.
How did she get it from a moving image?
Well, she just is a great detective, I guess.
Yeah.
That's when Barry should have told her, I'm the Flash. Like, seriously, join my team. You're like a way better detective than anybody else there.
We don't have a Trickster on Earth too. She's like, he's one of a kind.
I'm glad they confirmed that. Like, they fully confirmed, like, okay, Mark Hamill's not going to be in Earth 2. There's no alternate version of the Trickster. He's 1 in a million.
If Trickster dies on this Earth, there's not another one.
Yeah, he's gone. That's cool. And they just threw it in there real quick.
They totally ignore the fact about Axel Walker.
Axel Walker, what? What's that?
Exactly.
Explain that, Phil.
Exactly. Axel Walker was the other Trickster.
Oh, the younger one.
Yeah.
His son.
They never bring that. They never talk about it in this episode, as if like they just ignored him.
He might have just not gotten positive reviews from fans. I mean, he wasn't. If you were to be the Trickster next to Mark Hamill as the Trickster, you're gonna look not that great.
Yeah,
they kind of set him up for failure in a way.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he'd been a good Trickster though, a good young Trickster.
Yeah,
not as good as Mark Hamill, of course.
No.
So Patty goes and she's kind of playing it dumb at this point, like go take on like the Trickster by herself.
She's not thinking it through.
And the Weather Wizard. What's she gonna do with a gun? He gets a Weather Wizard.
Bullets is faster than snow, so.
It's still, though, super dangerous. So I can't let Christmas hog all the fun. Happy Hanukkah.
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. I made it out of C4.
That's scary. I like how Barry's like, I can't run, so he flies.
Yeah, so this is where we get the first confirmation that Flash can fly.
So next time he's falling from the sky, he might use this technique he uses now to prevent like hitting the ground really hard.
Yeah.
Especially if he goes in a battle with Zoom in the air, and then he literally flies above him and lets Zoom hit the ground.
Yeah.
So, hold on to me. He's like, I've seen someone, me too. Don't let go.
I didn't catch this scene. Like, I wasn't watching at this point, I guess.
Yeah. Then they straight say, like, oh, yeah, we're both seeing somebody. And
like, I totally missed that he flew. I totally missed that.
tornado arms.
I missed that joke. That's great. It's funny because they're seeing each other. Like, that's the ironic part.
This is when Barry should have took off his mask. Right here. He should have just been like, Patty, I got something to tell you. And then just...
Boom!
Because after this, now Patty has 2 different relationships with Barry and the Flash. They are separate.
She's dating both of them.
Well, she's not dating the Flash, but the Flash knows things about Patty that she doesn't want Barry to know now.
Yeah.
And now when he does reveal it, she'll feel like she's been lied to.
Oh, here we go. She tells her backstory. Mm-hmm. Okay, she had a little shoe shot, and they had all this. Now, Do you know who Jerry Siegel is?
No.
Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel are the creators of Superman. Okay.
Oh wow.
Jerry Siegel, his father owned a shoe shop, owned a secondhand clothing store, essentially, and Jerry Siegel's father died while going to the bank with just a few $100s.
So this is a real.
This is how Jerry Siegel's father died. And hence the reason Superman was made. Jerry Siegel is like, if only there was a superhero there to protect him, and then thus he created Superman.
That's cool.
Which turned into DC Comics.
So for any time travelers out there, don't mess up that event.
2 years later, Flash. Because it went, it came out, Superman 1 year, Batman the next year, Flash the next year, Wonder Woman the next year. Wonder Woman came out the same year as Robin.
But it's like, damn, there's a lot of excellent like superheroes in that short period of time that came out.
Yeah.
Like heroes that
One right after
outlasted
the other.
everything.
Yeah. Does anyone remember the Tick?
Oh,
Exactly.
So Barry took off his mask.
Just like a few seconds too late.
Dude, just show her, man. Why you gotta make life hard?
So they got the lightsaber back,
That
which is ironic because
looks
next
just like
week,
a lightsaber.
Next week we're going to.
That was the Star Wars.
Huh?
That was the Star Wars thing in this
The
episode.
reference?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
is the lightsaber looking wand. It makes sense too. It does look like a lightsaber, and Mark Hamill's in this episode.
I just wish.
Force,
I kind of wish the Trickster.
when's the Force Awakens come out again?
Next week.
Next week on Friday.
Boom.
On a Friday.
It comes out December 18th. We're seeing it December 17th on Thursday.
On Thursday, yeah. All right. So guys, watch it. Watch it.
We got. Oh my god.
So right now they're all having a good conversation here about the wand, and then they cut to the ice ring, or not the ice ring, but where Santa is.
Yeah, that looks like Nicki Minaj.
This kid, man, he's spoiled.
Dial
He wants like
back.
he wants like 4 tablets.
Yeah, he wants an iPhone, a Droid phone, an iPad, and a Windows tablet. And it's just like, kid, get back.
Yeah, dude, why do you need so
And
many
then he
tablets?
reveals that he's not Santa right there.
Yeah. He starts laughing.
How did he get this job? Like, my question is, how did he get the job of being Santa there?
There's probably not a lot of qualifications. He'd probably just show up in the suit and be like, "Hey, I want this job."
I think the one qualification is don't be a murderer. Like,
Yeah.
and
He
he
probably
kind
don't
of
background
is.
check any of those Santas either. Just, hey, dude, could you sit there and let kids tell you what they want? Yeah.
Hand them a box.
Yeah. If they sit on your lap, are you gonna get mad? No, you're hired.
What if they pee on you?
So here we go. This is probably one of the most important parts of this episode. Is where Zoom finally reveals what his plan is.
I'll tell your daughter you said hello. And
Oh wait,
it's
no, it's
so
the next time Zoom appears. He
Yeah.
explains his plan.
This
My
is
bad.
so creepy that how he opens the portals. He can open the portal pretty much anywhere, it seems.
At will. Well, right there is a portal.
Yeah. And
That
he just opens it and jumps in and comes back out. Like, he's super fast. It's like terrifying how fast he actually is.
He's like, it's almost like he's 50-50 in Earth 2 and Earth 1.
Like, yeah, because he's so quick to jump. And he's like, I wish that Zoom came in and said, "Did you send a
Is that what he's
telepathic gorilla?"
Is that what he's doing right now?
What?
Like, I was just realized, like, okay, they weren't aware he could fly, the Weather Wizard, into this moment. But when he was standing up there, he was himself. It looked like he was almost like testing the air. Like he was kind of like looking and thinking about it. Like, can I do this?
No, he's thinking, should I kill them with hail or acid rain?
Something a little more trickier.
You're not gonna do neither. And here's
Woo!
why. I have this wand right. Oh.
Wind brushing. So he can fly.
So can you, Barry?
I like how Cisco like breaks it down. Like he's using powers to alter the air pressure around him, creating pockets of updraft that can.
No, he can fly.
He can fly. Like, dude, he can fly. That is what flight is.
Barry, so can you. You just found out this episode that you can fly also.
Well, he's more like a helicopter. So he's got to keep making this.
Oh, this is straight from the Flashpoint right here, where he runs on the wing of the
Oh yeah,
helicopter. Remember that in Flashpoint?
I do remember that. I thought that was cool so that he did it.
I was waiting forever till they did it in this show.
Oh, there's 52.
Oh, the 52 channel news.
Yep. All right, there we go, guys.
52 guys.
Oh, Weather Wizard, you looking bad?
I'm trying to get our rank up so that we say 52 like 52 times in the episode.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's possible.
We can do it.
It's like
Someone's gonna listen to this and say. And
the
count
epise's like 45 minutes long, so we didn't even have to throw 52s out like every minute.
Well, we did say 52 a few times before
Yeah.
the episode. You know how we said 52 like 6 times right now?
Yeah. All right, guys. 52.
So they're saying that they handed out 100 of those bombs. It feels good to give. And he's eating candy cane, not just, like, licorice anymore.
He's always having it like a snack.
I love how evil Weather Wizard is.
All right, little Jimmy, shake your gift and guess what it is? Okay.
It's a bomb!
One shake.
That's terrible.
It's like, dude, it's like a bomb, like, in a box.
Kill 100 families? Me? No, I wouldn't do that. That's evil.
That's up to you, Barry.
He's so evil.
What guarantee do they have that they won't? What guarantee does Barry have that those bombs will, won't go off if he lets them kill him? Like,
I don't know.
They don't show any sort of trigger or anything like, oh, we just gotta disarm him. So we'll let everyone see. So the deal is, Barry, you die a painful death
In front of everybody.
and 100 families don't die, or you fight me and those families die. Your choice.
Yeah.
Of course, Barry chooses the noble thing.
And kills himself, but,
Hey, that's a true hero, though. Sacrifice. It's one of the most key elements of a hero.
It's great how Mark Hamill actually looks like he could play Santa. If he had a fake beard.
I wouldn't mind, like, a remake of the Santa Claus with
Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill. That would be tight. Instead of Tim Allen.
They're gonna kill Barry. There's no way. They just have to find one bomb.
Yeah, it's like their science behind that just I couldn't follow it entirely. They said magnetism, but it's like anything metal would be attracted, or does it have to be this particular bomb or weight
I
or
don't
mass?
know. Magnets, and I like how they do a Breaking Bad reference.
It's like they're pulling only the bombs through, so I don't know if it's just metal or if it's just anything with the same weight and mass as that bomb. The same qualities.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. So what's up with that wand? He just used it to shoot lightning out of it.
Well, it's actually a thing that he can use to actually channel his powers now.
Oh.
That's what the wand has been, is to suck his powers away from him.
But now he can use it like a wand.
Yeah, which is what he uses in the comics, except it looks like Harry Potter style wand. Your toys, give them to me. Mom?
So that makes him a wizard in a sense, because he's got a magic wand.
Yeah, that's why it's Weather Wizard.
I see. He probably keeps... I can't remember if he keeps the wand or not.
No, because he gets,
He
caught.
get defeated. Dang. What if that, gave him more, Speed Force in a way, or sped him up, just shooting lightning right into his chest?
Yeah. He's like, I've done this before.
All right, we got one bomb. That's all we need.
And then we'll send it into one of the 52 breaches.
It's 99 other people. Let's forget about them. It's Christmas. We got other stuff to do. I like how he's like, hey, do you have a drone, Cisco? Yeah. All right, you're not going to get that back. Straight tells him he's going to ruin his toy. So, from the science that I can understand, they're going to bring this bomb into the wormhole, or the portal, and through science, it's going to create magnetism that will attract all their bombs to that location.
Yeah. So, here's the Trickster heading on over to the Flash to, it's going to be said in a moment.
Oh,
so I don't want you to
see.
say it also.
So there's a swear word we're not going to say.
Yeah. So Trickster is the one, pulls out a giant knife, and he's like, I'm going to kill the Flash! I'm going to do it!
So that thing flies in there, and once it does, it attracts all other things like it.
Yeah.
So
with the same frequency, because it's like magnets.
It would be bad if everyone was like, my window's broken. Oh, I went through my child, and it's like the gifts were deadly.
It could have blown up your whole house.
It broke everything.
I'm gutting him. Fine. The bombs are gone.
It caught on the tree.
I like the flicker, and Trickster knows it. Uh-oh.
And Barry defeats him in a second. Sucks up all his powers with the wand.
Yeah. Victorious music. They're like, good job, Cisco.
Cisco really didn't...
I love the Breaking Bad reference.
How do you like that? Magnets. Swear word. So Breaking Bad reference. Hey. But we can't say that word on the podcast.
Sorry.
So
I love this because she comes out
him.
and just shoots him.
Yeah, she wants to kill
Oh, by him we mean Flash. FYI.
Yeah, by Flash. Yeah, it was surprised that Patty was willing to
She shoots the boot at him.
Yeah.
To stop him.
Barry, vibrate through it.
Well, he's not good at it. He's done it once.
Yeah, he sucks at doing that.
Yeah.
He can do the lightning thing and the tornado arms pretty easily.
Yeah.
So right now, Patty gets the moment to get revenge for her father, or be a police officer.
You know what I found out about this guy? Do you know the show Spartacus that happened?
No.
Well, he played Spartacus.
He was Spartacus?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be off like the movie 300? Like,
I think. Well, it was different. It starred Manu Bennett also, which who plays Deathstroke, FYI. So it was a good show, I hear.
So right here, we just get a real big moment between not Barry, but the Flash and Patty.
Yeah.
It's like, this is where I thought he might reveal.
She has like 2 really intimate relationships with Barry. She has 2 different ones.
And you know what? It's like Patty made the right choice. Barry puts it out there. You know, don't let him take.
You don't need to kill him.
Yeah, more so. He's like, don't let him take anything else from you. You know, anything else he takes, you're going to give to him by shooting him.
I love Trickster. It was so beautiful.
He just starts crying.
And Barry still should have told Patty he's the Flash.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, well, maybe Weather Wizard wasn't paying attention.
And Trickster.
Yeah, maybe like on the side, like, hey, by the way,
Has Joe been here the whole
Barry.
time and no one knew?
Probably.
Okay.
It's his powers. The powers of the silence.
He has that powers, everybody.
So this is the part where I was saying where Joe, like, he realizes it's real and it's good now that he can be involved in Wally's life. So, like, he's got this upbeat attitude, like, you know, all the anger, regret, that guilt that he was feeling. Now it's over. He forgives her because she gave him what he's always wanted, and that's a son.
Yeah.
So Joe's taking this, like, almost like the best way any man could ever take this.
Nah, he still doesn't know. That'll come. Okay, so they don't... So Wally doesn't know?
No, Wally doesn't know right now because they just said, does he know that? He's like, no, she hasn't told him yet.
Oh, and then she does, I guess.
And then he shows up Christmas Day. He
like,
shows up
I
that
heard you're
day.
my dad?
Well, imagine that. If you had a mom, and you didn't know anything about your dad. For all we know, she might have said that he was dead, just like he did to Iris.
Yeah.
So then he just learns about it, and that his dad's actually a cool guy, and that I'm gonna head out and meet him. I was wondering though, what if Wally's mom passed away?
Well, she's supposed to soon.
Yeah, but what if she passed away like
she's
prior,
the one. She's the one in the grave.
But they would have said it because like he just had a conversation with Francine, so they would have said like, oh yeah, in these 24 hours she passed away. But
yeah,
we're gonna see. We're gonna learn. There's gonna be a big moment when Wally's mom does pass, and we're gonna see like huge character development from him.
Yeah, that's when Wally becomes a Flash.
He just becomes like Zoom.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what Zoom is. It's just Wally bad, older, and time traveling,
Earth
blue,
2 Wally,
and black.
So
it's like oh man, it's like that's such a stretch.
Dude, it's Henry.
Oh wow,
There's
most
no one
likely
else
Henry.
it can be.
Yeah, at this point I'm pretty much on the Henry bandwagon.
I was really hoping that they would reveal it this episode because last season they revealed who Reverse Flash was this episode.
I like how Barry takes a note from Joe on this and goes, well, right now he's talking heck of smack to Wells, but at the end he's like, I forgive you.
Well, no, what he's saying is I know you're not him, but I need to get this off my chest. I hate you. I want you dead. You destroyed my he's like,
right here, I forgive you.
Yeah.
So that's just the sense that Barry is putting Reverse Flash in season 1.
Yeah.
And now with the mid-season finale of season 2, he's not going to hold ill will towards Wells.
Yeah.
Which is cool, because he invites him over for Christmas and stuff.
Yeah, and then he doesn't come.
Yeah, because he probably would have came if
he didn't have an evil.
Zoom
He didn't have an evil thing to do.
Yeah, because he actually cares about these guys. He's
Yeah,
starting
he
to
likes
like them. Like he's like cool.
He likes to mess with them.
Yeah, yeah. So right now he's just like, oh, I'm loved. That's interesting.
I've never had that happen. Bouncy Christmas music.
I like how they hang a Flash ornament. That's cool.
Well, everyone there knows that he's the Flash.
Yeah.
And she's tall. She is tall, and she can't reach that.
It's like, but Jay is taller.
Yeah, that has to be like a 10-foot or 12-foot ceiling.
Yeah, I like how Jay's still messing with her. Like, we were talking about this earlier.
She's taller than me. Yes, I know.
There you go. Jay hangs up, and then he gets a kiss from Caitlin.
Oh, on my Earth, we had this tradition over there. And I love Cisco.
Yeah,
Finally.
here too.
Oh,
finally.
knock at the door.
He's so sour though. He's so
Eggnog.
salty about everything.
Oh,
'cause
they're
Keisha's
having
gone.
Grandma Esther's eggnog. Oh. Remember her from last season, or when they made the reference to her,
Grandma Esther
or Aunt Esther, or whatever. So everybody at this party knows that he's the Flash,
But
except Patty. Everybody in the whole town knows, or everybody in the city that lives there that knows he's the Flash is at this party.
So
And
she's going to
Patty.
share it with you. She's going to share everything with Barry now. I'm thinking maybe that's where he decides to tell her.
Yeah. And she's like, I got you a present. And he's like, I hope it's a sweater exactly like yours.
It's matching. You got one.
And I love how nerdy they are.
I'm Barry's girlfriend. That's why I'm here. Like,
About time. Because they finally say that,
they're dating.
yeah, they finally confirm boyfriend, girlfriend.
This moment right here just sold the episode.
Yeah.
Joe's reaction is so real.
And it looks like Wally from the comics. Like, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Look at him. He's like, "Hi, I'm Wally. I'm Francine's son." And then Joe's just like blown away.
I wasn't planning on this anytime soon. I'm Joe.
I'm
Do you mind
Joe.
standing out here in the cold while we have this conversation for a moment?
This is Iris.
Hey.
Hi.
Your sister?
So awkward.
I should be your aunt, but I'm your sister?
Like completely awkward.
I think that's the one thing that everyone's irritated about this Wally West is that it's not her nephew.
It's her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Iris.
I think that's the one thing that everyone's irritated about. And
It's alright. It's not that big of a deal because like a sister could be like an aunt, so it's like she could still have like aunt-like qualities.
Yeah. Especially if they've never met each other.
Yeah. As long as we don't get any more
We have
brothers like
Zoom show up.
sisters.
Huh? Ah, dude, that's
That was
actually
so
wrong.
weird in season 1. Like that, I can't ever ignore that. So what's it gonna be? He's like, I know what you're after. You're sending villain after villain to make Flash stronger.
Yeah. That is what his plan is. You're right.
I know, I guessed it. So the idea is, if Barry becomes more powerful, when Zoom steals his Speed Force, he will steal more Speed Force.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is Barry is the courier? Is that the correct term?
Carrier?
No, like someone who is the person that embody the
host?
Yeah, I guess mostly for the Speed Force.
So the idea is that Wells is going to try to
Watch
increase
this.
Barry's
Boom,
speed.
boom.
It's
It's
his
so
daughter.
quick.
What does she say? She says what he's
Daddy.
been doing to her.
No, she doesn't say anything like
Yeah,
that.
she mentions it like, "Are you okay? Did he hurt you? Please help me. Don't let him take me back there." Oh no,
And
she
she's
doesn't.
gone.
Maybe I heard what Wells said and thought she said he hurts me. Like, because that's what I thought she said. Like, I was like, oh, that's messed up. Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll help you.
Heck, he showed her, his daughter. She's alive.
I'll help you steal the Flash's speed.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to try to make Flash stronger than steal his speed or go all board and just try to steal his speed right off the bat. I'm kind of thinking it's probably going to be make him faster first.
Yeah.
Seems to be the theme of season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Run, Barry. Run.
Run, Harry, run.
All
I like that at the beginning of the
right,
episode.
so that's the end of the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did, and as you know, this will be the last episode for a while.
Well,
of the
I want
Flash.
to talk to you about maybe one next week. Something
Yeah.
really cool.
But I mean, we're gonna do stuff for
Yeah.
the podcast, but this is the last Flash episode for a little while.
Yeah.
But episode 52, that's a cool one to leave off on too.
Yeah.
For Flash.
Yeah, I wanted to say, we wanted to talk about who's in the grave. We didn't bring that up yet.
Oh yeah, there's a new theory.
There's a new theory out there which makes a lot of sense. And you know how Anthony was very morbid last week and said
Yeah,
that
it
it was
could be the kid.
Oliver's son? Well, think of it this way: what if it's William's mom instead? Think of it. She dies. The only person that's at the funeral is Oliver and Barry, because Barry's the only one that knows Oliver has a kid. No one else knows.
So it would make sense.
And then we get Oliver now has to raise a child while being the mayor of Star City and also being the Green Arrow.
And there also might be the fact that Felicity might not be in the show as much. If she's all messed up, if she's shot up, she's gonna be out of the episodes for a few episodes. So Oliver would have to handle this by himself.
We don't know. She could be back in that next episode. Remember what happened to Barry?
Yeah.
I can't feel my legs. Next episode, I'm walking.
So
or
know what?
the episode when Oliver gets killed.
Like,
and
if
the
she-
next episode he wakes up.
I'm thinking, like, if she gets injured to the point where she can't be part of the Team Arrow for a little bit, and then Oliver has to, like, deal with the kid, I'm thinking, like, Oliver Queen Mr. Cold Shoulder kind of, dealing emotionally with a kid. Like a little kid who lost his mom. Like, that'd be so, like...
Here's your Green Arrow toy. I'm taking the Flash one.
Yeah, like, for real. Like, I'm your hero.
And I'll take that Captain Cold. You don't... Green Arrow's never fought Captain Cold. Here's Deathstroke.
What's Green Arrow's powers? He doesn't get cold. But, yeah, no, that makes sense. It could be the mom, and it would make sense why Barry would show up, because Barry knows about it, and it would just be between him, Barry, and Iris. I mean, him, Barry, and Felicity.
Yeah.
There's only 3 people. I can't remember. Does Felicity know? Now, because time got rewritten.
Oh, does she know that he has a son? No.
I don't. Yeah, okay. She doesn't know that right now. All right, so...
anything else we want to add to this episode?
No, Pokemon Go news. It's the same as always.
Next week we have
January
Force Awakens comes out.
January's the thought that Pokemon Go might come out, so pay close attention to that.
I really hope it does. I need a new phone, and I don't want to get one before.
It doesn't matter. Get one before.
Well, I want one I know that will have a processing unit that can play it.
AV phone, that's nice.
No, because I know that my phone doesn't have a gyroscope to play VR games. I know that. So I need to know if there's certain qualifications at this phone.
I see you're waiting to see if you can save a little money.
Exactly.
I got you.
I want to know what.
Hey guys out there, if you're paying attention to Pokemon Go, that's a good thing to think about in your head. Can your phone play Pokemon Go before it comes out?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid.
Because you don't want to fall behind. And then also, new phones are cool.
My friend Nate, he can't play it because he has a Windows phone, and it's not coming out to Windows phone. It's just coming out to Android and iPhone. So he's like, darn.
There's another thing you guys should know. I'm trying to think. No more video game news on my part here.
I haven't been able to play. I have just like a few more. I just have one more final to write, and then I have like actual in-class finals, so I can go back to gaming.
Yeah, so the gaming news is kind of on the light this week. Me and Phil will shortly be going on our month break from school after passing our classes because we're awesome college students.
And we're gonna have some cool stuff. Well, I think our theme that we're gonna do, I think we talked about it, is gonna be holiday theme for.
December. Mainly.
Yeah, in December we're gonna do just a bunch of different Christmas specials.
Yeah, and that's up for debate. We're gonna try to figure out which ones we want to do. I wouldn't mind seeing some comments or posts on the page if you guys have some in particular you really want us to do. It doesn't hurt for us to at least know about it, so we could talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that, guys, if you want. Is there anything else?
I want to suggest something to you.
No, we'll suggest it outside the podcast.
I'll have to tell you after we finish.
Because we don't want to get them excited, then we don't do it, or we get them excited, and we do, or spoil it.
I just know that if everybody hears what I want to do, they'll laugh so hard and find it to be the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, so, alright guys, I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Alright, who does the outro today? You
start.
Alright, so to join the discussion with everybody, go to facebook.com/groups/Speedforce Podcast. You can also have your thoughts, theories, and conspiracies read on the podcast by sending your emails to speedforcepodcast@gmail.com.
You can also follow us, or you also join the West Coast airing of Flash for a live tweet using the hashtag MTSBWY. May the Speed Force be with you. For on the second Easter eggs and jokes. I didn't do it last week because I had some stuff I had to take care of.
Phil chose school, and that's a good choice, guys.
So I couldn't join you guys on that. I want to let you know that I will not be live tweeting during the winter break because there aren't new episodes. I don't live tweet previous episodes.
It's not as fun.
Huh?
It's not as fun.
Because we know what's going to happen, so
yeah,
that's why I don't do it. So you guys can follow me when it starts back up on January 19th or January 17th, and then Flash
resumes.
Flash resumes on January 17th.
So doesn't
Arrow
Arrow
resume? Arrow resumes on January 18th, and Legends of Tomorrow starts on January 19th.
What a 3 days! What 3 days! I can't wait to watch them.
And then you have Supergirl on Mondays. Oh, everything's great.
Yo, so this will be the last Flash podcast
for a month.
For this year. This is the last one of 2015. The next time you guys hear us talk about a Flash episode, it'll be in the year 2016 in the future.
Whoa.
Time travel, right?
Yeah.
So, alright, for us here at Speedforce, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Phil.
And I'm Lord Mesa. Ride the lightning speedster.
Time change speed. Now I gotta try to be so patient until calamity will strike. Because when things change in an instant, it's almost fast enough for me. And I'll be there before you know it. I'll be gone before you see me. Do you think you can imagine anything so lonely? And I know you'd really like me, but I never stick around. Cause time keeps